Hi, everybody. I'm Joker,
And I'm Velp.
and we're making this video today to share with you news about some new circuit technology that we've published in the Invention Store as the multi-camera control system. This allows YouTube and Twitch streamers to control camera angles and have them to choose and control camera angles and move them around a room on demand. We're pretty excited about this, and we hope you will be too. So to demonstrate the technology, first of all, Velp is going to call out some camera angles that we've already set up around this room, and I'm going to try and follow along and find my camera. So what's the first one, Velp?
That went to...
It's 3.
5.
I got it. And there's 4.
5. 4. Sorry, 4.
3 again.
2. 6.
6 up top. I see 6.
And 5.
And 5 in the window. Hello. All right, cool. So that's the news. Any player can now use trigger zone and button inputs to control a streamer's handheld streamer camera and set up and choose shots when you're recording a video. What we're going to show you next is how to automate. We use a control panel in this video. What we're going to show you next is how to automate shots using large trigger zones that react to players moving around a room themselves. Here we are at Maresa's house template, and this is how we're going to demonstrate automatic camera angle changes using trigger zones. We've filled this house with different trigger zones and camera angles, and as Velp and I move through the house, it's automatically going to cut to the camera angle that's going to show where we are. So the first shot is walking in the front door. Hello. And then I'm going to go into the kitchen and enjoy a nice cup of coffee while Velp goes and sits on the couch and watches some TV. While he's having fun over there, I'm headed up to the attic. And now we're going to go outside and meet up at the fireplace. And that's that. You can use trigger zones with the multi-camera control system to control automatic shot changes as you're moving through a room in Rec Room. And the last thing we're going to demonstrate is the ability of the control system to employ a camera person to control somebody else's streamer camera. So right now I've got my streamer cam and I'm holding it in my hand, and I could go around and record myself. But if I release this and I have Velp try and grab the camera, he can't because he doesn't own that camera. However, if I link the camera to the system by placing it in this box, Velp can go up and press this button. It might take a try or two, and now he has got the camera, and he's looking at me, and he can move around. Velp is now my personal, and put himself in the shot like he wants to. So, that's all the capabilities of the multi-camera control system. Now let's do a little bit of explaining the finer features and how to use this. Step 1 in using the multi-camera control system is you use the arrows to place the shots at the positions and angles that you want around your room. Just as an example, Velp is going to place a couple of the camera angles. Yep, it's as easy as dragging and dropping. And now step 2 is after you've placed your cameras, the streamer should take out their streamer camera and place it inside the wireframe box that we provided that contains a trigger zone that activates the circuit. And once you've done that, the system is all set up and the camera is linked, and you can use the control panel to teleport the streamer camera around to different angles that you've set up. You can see Velp is operating this control panel just by pressing buttons 1 through 6. All right, now that we've seen how the camera system is used, let's take a closer look at some of its features. Probably the most important and the most useful feature is the fact that the inputs for changing between the different camera angles are easily rewireable. So whereas normally the camera system is operated using this control panel, all the control panel is a series of buttons that are wired up to the individual inputs for the camera angle changes. And because this circuit board is labeled with those inputs, it's pretty easy to just come up and get rid of the wire that connects it to the control panel and wire in something else like a button or a trigger zone. And that's useful, for example, if you want to use trigger zones to automatically change shots as players move throughout the room. Now let's look at some of the other features. The other features are smaller features that are really just to make life easier for operating this. One of them is when the streamer camera changes angles, a nice bright red recording light comes with it to let you know which angle is currently active. And this is just because the streamer camera is a little bit difficult to see, especially from a distance. Some of the other features are the system. We've put the system together so that once you've set up shots and made the system work mostly how you want, it can be operated pretty much completely without changing circuitry or gadgets. So you can go ahead and hide the gadgets and then change the shots and operate the control panel and all the other stuff. And along with that, another feature is, in order to avoid, if it's really important to any of your streamers to avoid having the camera angle arrows themselves within the shots, like for example, this would include the rest of these in the shot, it is actually possible to hide the arrows because we've configured them to use the hide during games option. And so that just means, we'll take a second here, if you go into the scoreboard of the room and you start the game, and there's a game rules chip included in the circuitry. After a couple seconds, the game starts and all the arrows disappear. This means you won't be able to change the shots while you're doing that, but if you're doing a shot that's incidentally going to include a couple of camera angles, that could be useful. So that is all of the features of the multi-camera control system. We hope it's really useful to everybody, and please don't hesitate to give us feedback. And we look forward to seeing the videos that you all make using it. Thanks very much.